So now it's time to create our sticky check function. Let's uncomment this line, which we've commented in the previous video. Copy the name of the function, scroll right to the bottom. Actually, maybe not right to the bottom. We have the sticky form field section. So let's, after the sticky radio, which seems to be the last one in this series, let's create a new one, sticky checkbox. Okay, let's call the function sticky check, and we will be taking actually 3 parameters. First one will be parameter name, then we will have value, and the last one will be default. If we will have any kind of fields which we would like to be selected by default, we will put them here, and by default we will assign null, so it's not a required field, but because by default it has value null assigned to it right away. So if post has been set, so if post, we check first if is set post with our parameter and post par equals value, which means basically if this post with this parameter has been set and its value equals the value which we're passing as a second parameter, then what do we want to happen? We want to return, and in double quotes, space checked equals checked. So we need to escape obviously 2 double quotes, and in between these 2 double quotes we need to type checked again. Okay, so this is if the post has been sent and if this specific parameters, if the specific record has been selected and its value equals the value which we're passing as a second parameter, then obviously we will make sure that this checkbox is selected. But what happens if there is no post? Else, what we're going to do next, first we will check if the session has been set, because perhaps we moved back to this page. So obviously if this session has been created, obviously we won't have a post. We will have a session though, because it's been already created and we want all these fields to be still selected when we're coming back to this page. So if is set session with our parameter, then what do we want to happen? We want to happen exactly the same. So let's copy this return checked, and else if the value equals our default value, then we want return checked as well. So let's say we have parameter with specific parameter with the name of the field, then we have the value, and if we want this specific checkbox to be selected when the page first loads, whether it's been submitted or not, then simply put the same value as a third parameter. Then they will match and the checkbox will be checked. That's everything in this function. So if we go back to our page, refresh, if I now check the cake decorating, click on next button, you can see the post has been sent, and the checkbox is still selected. I'll check another one and click next. The post has been sent again, and these are now selected. If I deselect them, click next, they are no longer selected. So our function does the job. Our get interest function works as well. Let's go back to our step 2. We don't need to do anything here. We will, however, need to do some conditions here in order to process our variables sent through the post and obviously convert them to sessions, and depending on which button has been pressed, we need to go back or forward. But that's what's this is something we're going to be dealing with in the next video.